What's going on? RC Poetic Soul, and it's vlog time. It's vlog time. It's vlog time. So, guys, please subscribe and like the channel. Pretty please, with cherries on top. And this is the channel where there's something for everybody. And you know, it's cold and rainy out here today, but glad to be alive. We'll say that, most definitely. It's a contrast from a few days ago, where it was snowing and it was freezing, ice, and it was negative temperatures, and it was just hell in this northern region. So, guys, I want to talk about today one of my personal favorite artists, a hip-hop artist, goes by the name of Kendrick Lamar. K. Dot, Kung Fu Kenny, whatever you want to call him, already well headed towards legendary status in the hip hop game. One of his albums is critically acclaimed. It has become one of my favorite albums of probably the past 15-20 years, and that's gonna be his third album, To Pimp a Butterfly. It's an odyssey. It's so many contrast of different styles. Confrontational on one point. It's full of experimentation. If I didn't say, it's a well thought out concepted album. A lot of fans kind of want him to stick to his Good Kid, Mad City debut kind of style, but he's more than that. He's an evolving artist. So you didn't just get the same thing that he gave us the first time. So instead of giving us another pot of chili, he decided to give us a gumbo pot. And people that love music took to that with great reception. And I love the album, and I was kind of gonna touch on it real quick. I gotta kind of pull it back up here. Okay, so it should come up any minute on my screen. I'm looking on my tablet. It's in my reflection here. Something's in the way, making like a gleam of sorts. Okay, there we go. It's not as in the way. I'm not sure what that is. That little fog on the screen. But anyway, getting back to it, Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. One of my favorite albums, definitely one of my favorites from the last 10, 15, or 20 years. And so I'm going to do just a little, not like a synopsis, but more like just my theory on what makes it great. And just a little quick take on, you know, what I love about it, and just how effective it was as a project, as a whole. He has a big fan base, you know, but the odd thing about it is not everybody actually likes Kendrick, but the majority do. And you know, he's one of those rap artists who just keeps it just 100, and you gotta love him for that. So I feel like if you don't like his style of music, you at least ought respect the man that he is. So with that being said, I'm going to get into it just a little bit. I'm going to tell y'all my favorite tracks. There's 16 tracks. I got a special edition that has 2 other tracks that were released around the same era. My favorite tracks are... I'm not trying to play the music, and here it is trying to play. Wait a minute. I got a bone to pick. But yeah, that's I hit that by mistake. But most definitely, that's one of my favorite songs. That is. Can you hear it? That's King Kunta by Kendrick. That's one of my favorite. I'm gonna say my favorite 5 songs. That's one. Institutionalized is a favorite track of mine. So that's I love that song. That's an automatic classic for me. These Walls is another. I love this whole album. I remember you. Only when you're telling them. If these walls are I can feel your rain. So that's 3. And then Give Me Mama. When this album first came out, I was a fool. I was a nut. I was crazy over this song, Mama. Just, it was a pure indulgence with me. And I played it in my car countless times. And I'm pretty sure everyone played this album. What are you waiting for? Mama's an incredible song.
Peace to junkies. I know if I'm generous at heart, I don't need recognition. The way I'm rewarded, well, that's God's.
I think this is Pete Rock production, and it's shit's amazing, man. Say I wouldn't cuss like that on here, but it's amazing. One of my favorites. And then, so if I had to choose one last track, and like I say, this is hard, man, because I love this album, man. It's amazing. But if I had to choose, I'm looking through the track list, even though I know, guys, I don't know. It's got to come down to Alright or Mortal Man. And everyone knows how Alright sounds. Everyone knows about that. Everybody know about that. That's a classic Kendrick Lamar song. But it's probably this song. Probably this was more.
You wanna love like Nelson. You wanna be like Nelson. You wanna walk in his shoes, but that didn't stop. Ain't a prophet till they ask you this question.
Yeah, it's also being a poet. It's also has Kendrick Lamar tackling some of his poetic feelings on here. He does reoccurring poetry on this album. It's amazing. The social commentary, the production, just everything. That last song was Mortal Man. I had skipped ahead too far, and you got bits and pieces of his conceptualized interview with Tupac Shakur, one of his icons. I don't use the word idol, but one of his icons in his life, and he's having a conversation with him that's actually pretty cool. It's actually very, very, very worthwhile of a listen. It is one hell of an exceptional album, and I like it more than Good Kid, Mad City. And Good Kid, Mad City was just like, you know, everything for me when it released. And but you know what? One of the things that makes To Pimp a Butterfly so great by Kendrick Lamar is that the replay value is high, and I played the crap out of it, and I come back to it a lot, and I still love it. And Good Kid, Mad City is still a good album, still a great album, should I say? Cinematic, one of the best concept albums ever. But I do like To Pimp a Butterfly a little bit better. And you know, so going back to the album To Pimp a Butterfly solely, you know, Wesley's Theory is how it starts off. It's a great starting song. I really enjoy that one a lot. Like I say, it's the whole album that just flows with me. There's appearances by Terrence Martin. Terrence Martin is one of the best producers that I ever heard. Plays the sax, rap, sing, multi-talented man. You got features from Rhapsody on here. If people don't know who she is, check her out. She's an amazing rapper. She could keep up with many of the male rappers. She does her thing. Her album Layla's Dream is awesome. Definitely worth checking out if you have not. So I always wanted Kendrick to work with DJ Quick. Once he got out there, that happened. So a lot of things about this album, man, are just A1 with me. And, you know, it's got to be in my top 50 greatest albums of all time, for sure. Because, I mean, the way I see it with Kendrick, man, it's not a lot of cats like him. Not a lot of people who bring it like him. When the album dropped, I may have been battling some depression. The songs You and I can't think of it. I know he talks about Lucy, aka the devil, to Kendrick. I can't think of the name of that song. I think it's called For Sale. But those songs really, really helped me. Really, really put things into perspective for me. Yeah, it's called For Sale. And You and For Sale just really, really kind of just had me zone out and check myself a lot, man. For Sale sounds like this is For Sale right here. So, you know, that's deep, man. The thing that people might not like about that song is, see, so one of the reasons people may not like Kendrick with that song is when he get to like singing and when he gets to like using like alien voices and stuff, and people don't like that. Man, I love everything about Kendrick. He's unique. His perspective is unique. He's creative. You know, he's just a great, intelligent rap artist. I wish we had more like him. To Pimp a Butterfly is a great, great album. Excellent. Replay value very high. Extremely awesome production. And I was spoiled by it so much so that when he dropped his next album, his fourth album, I was actually kind of spoiled. And so maybe that's why I don't like that one quite as much. But yeah, and I'll talk about that some other time. But yo, Kendrick Lamar, one of the best MCs out here that's doing it right now. And when it's all said and done, when he hang him up, he gonna be one of the best artists of all time. You can believe that, book it, however you want to cut it, slice it. Kendrick Lamar headed to the top. To Pimp a Butterfly, top 50 album of all time. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. Poetic Soul, and I'm signing out for now.